3, 2, 1, set and go. Hi everyone, my name is Erkan Suçlular. I am the CEO and founder of International DevOps Academy. And today I will be sharing our first video about DevOps with you. And our today's subject is what is DevOps. But before we deep dive, I want to give a brief overview with you why we do what we do. So basically, I'm personally coming from software engineering industry. I made my bachelor's in control and computer engineering, and I had my master's in the computer engineering, and I spent most of my career in software engineering industry. I built one of the first public infrastructure smart card driven systems back in late 1990s, and then afterwards I used to work for Alcatel, where I developed next generation commercial grade telecommunication solutions, and afterwards I used to be a senior manager in one of the world's largest consultancy companies, and I built their digital workforce in Germany, Switzerland and Austria, and since some years I've been basically building and leading my own companies, and International DevOps Academy is one of these companies. So basically, if you spend any amount of considerable time in IT industry, you must have already figured out that software engineering is a complex business, especially when it comes multiple teams, distributed locations, and different stakeholders who has a different understanding what the software is and what the software is supposed to do. Then the life of software engineering is not so easy. And I observed a lot of problems in my career, and when I figured out the concept DevOps, I got really impressed. I was about to actually fall from my chair because I really thought that the philosophy and the thinking, the level of thinking and the understanding behind DevOps can really change the industry. And I also got a lot of questions about our community if we are also planning to do a DevOps training and certification programs. And if you're an entrepreneur or even a software product owner, then you should know that you should listen your audience, you should listen the people who basically work with you. And then I didn't understand that not only me, but also a lot of people around us are really looking forward to DevOps, and then we decided to build our programs. And now I also decided to make these videos with you. And there won't be any fancy infrastructure here. There won't be, animations or complex things. I will be casually talking about DevOps. I will be also showing some material to you as we move forward, and I will really hope that you will like these videos. And today's subject is what is DevOps. And basically, as International DevOps Academy, we believe that we built the best platform to basically teach you DevOps. And before we deep dive what DevOps is, I think I should also tell you more about what DevOps isn't. Because in the industry, I see a lot of misunderstandings about what DevOps is. The problem comes, a lot of software vendors, the continuous software integration vendors, cloud vendors, or any type of solution vendors added the keyword DevOps to their product and then started selling, oh, this is my Cloud X DevOps solution, and this is my Cloud Y DevOps certification. This is my software platform E DevOps program, and this is another platform with another software and another DevOps. This is not DevOps, guys. I should be very clear about this. DevOps is not a single tool or software, and I don't think DevOps is even a complex set of combination of tools. You can't call this DevOps. DevOps is first of all the process and the idea, the philosophy, how you basically develop and deliver software. So this is the first things about DevOps. And when it comes to real DevOps, where you should learn and get yourself certified in DevOps, there are only two vendors in the world, and we are basically the best of them because our programs are lifetime valid, without redundant resubscriptions every year, and our prices are quite affordable. And on top of this, we will be sharing all of our training material, the books and online web content, and now the videos you are watching are basically completely free of charge with you. And on the top of this, our programs are worldwide recognized and industry valid. We've been working with very large companies in IT industry. You can read all the testimonials and credential and feedback, the list of companies on our website. I will be briefly showing you in a minute, by the way, how you can access all this information. And in the social media, by the way, people love really our programs. And therefore, if you want to go with a DevOps education and DevOps program, be careful what materials you are reading. Don't read software books to understand DevOps. Of course, you may need tools. You may need to learn, a cloud platform or a software integration suite. That's all fine. That can be part of your DevOps initiative, but they are not the DevOps itself, but they are kind of complementary tools. To learn DevOps, International DevOps Academy is your one and only single partner, which will teach you what DevOps in essence is. And as I mentioned to you before, our programs are basically very unique, very affordable, and fully online. You don't need to go to and register and do your admission and then get boring, classroom trainings, which won't really help you in the end quite a lot. But our programs are like, self-study. We provide all these materials, and now we are providing all the videos, and they are basically completely free of charge for you. You even don't need to give a penny to get started. You can just, check our material. You can learn DevOps and leave us. I'm totally fine with that because our goal is to teach DevOps everyone in developed and developing countries. But on the top of this, if you may want to make a, certification, DevOps certification, we also have our products, and if you enjoy them, you can basically get them, but there is no strings attached, and you are completely free to get started or not. And by the way, our programs are 100% money back guarantee. If you get started and if you don't like it, you can basically ask your money back. And we also provide exam pass guarantee. And in the end, you are taking no risk if you decide to work with us. So having said all of this, let's get started with today's subject. Now I'll be sharing my screen with you. I won't be doing so comprehensive presentation of our website, but as this is our first video, let me also explain some things that I didn't originally have in my mind, but I think they will be quite beneficial for you to understand how our website is also functions. So this is our homepage, by the way. I'm sure you are already familiar about this. And if you need to ask any questions, our team is in your service. So basically 1/3 of our employees are customer service, as we care a lot about our students. We basically answer all questions or support requests in maximum 12 hours, if not quicker, and therefore feel free to ask any questions you may have. And also in your certification process, you are not alone. We will be answering all your questions in a very short amount of time. So to access us, there are two ways. You can either come to contact us page on our web portal, or on every page on our portal, you can click this on the right hand side. On the bottom corner, there is a need help. Let's contact now item, and you can click this and a form opens. And over this form, you can enter your name, email, and your question, and we will turn back to you as quick as we can. And on our homepage, you can basically get our free book if you haven't done before. You simply click the free training item, and then here on the page, you enter your first name and email address, and we'll be delivering the book to you in like seconds. And the navigation of our web portal is quite easy. On the certification item on the top menu, you basically see the list of our programs. Our programs start from DevOps Generalist to Executive, then Project Manager, then Product Owner. Then we have programs for DevOps Architects, DevOps Developers, DevOps Operations Engineers, DevOps Quality Assurance Engineers, DevOps Information Security Engineer, DevOps Release Manager, and then DevOps Trainer, and of course DevOps Coach program. And under the Academy tab, you can read about us, you can check our blog, you can read our industry review and feedback. Let me briefly show you. Here you see there are comprehensive amount of feedback genuine feedback. We received the people who basically got either the benefit of our training programs or found better jobs or better recognitions in their careers, or implemented DevOps transformations in their companies, or basically built their teams in a way that they start with DevOps as like parallel organizations in their company, but still get a lot of benefits from the idea of DevOps. You see, there are countless feedback we receive, and we keep on receiving. We even don't update this page anymore because it's already quite full, and we don't make it less readable. And here there are a number of IT companies who we work together. These companies have hundreds, if not thousands, of employees who got their DevOps certifications from International DevOps Academy, and you can also feel free basically to look at this page to get all this information. And another interesting thing is these are the companies, so our official DevOps certification owners, and these are the companies who we basically work with directly. Again, this is only a subset. As you see, the page is like, very long tail of information. Again, these companies, this is a comprehensive but still not full list of companies we work together. Again, this list goes on and goes on. You see my frame only here. I'm now speeding up. You see it's a very comprehensive list. So you're in a good company with International DevOps Academy. As you see, we have like 10,000s of companies who we are working with at the moment around the world. And another thing is, frequent asked questions. In case you want to ask a question, you may want to check this page to get your answer first, but you can still contact us anytime you want, because it's our duty and pleasure to serve you and to answer all your questions as quick as we can. And here, this is the official DevOps certification validation tools for employers. So this is to make sure that the third parties, your employers or client, can access to this page and enter here your certification ID and then validate the authenticity of your certification. And another thing is your free DevOps book. You can come here and then click the book cover and then download your pages. And here there are books from our other sister companies. Scrum Revealed, Six Sigma Revealed, Project Management Revealed, Software Testing Revealed. They have nothing to do with DevOps in general, but I assume that you're already an IT professional, and in case you want to increase your know-how on all the subjects, we have again this free of charge training material here available at your service. And then in case you may need a certification program, we'll be also here to help you. And the training material about DevOps can be also read online on the web page. You can feel free to check this out. Here, very neat navigation. You can basically come to any page and then read all this interesting information. Check the interesting graphs and figures. And for this training content, we invested our own money from our own pocket to make sure that we deliver them in best quality. And they are completely free of charge, accessible for you. And on this page soon we will be also adding the video link, so you will be watching this video and the other videos we will be capturing again on our web page. And here there are sample questions in case you are curious what kind of questions we are asking on our exam. Please also feel free to visit this page. And besides, what do we got? There are contact us page. As I mentioned here, you can access us from phone or from email or the contact form that I just showed to you a minute ago. And besides, you can check out our events, terms and conditions, and privacy policy. And registration to our programs are quite easy. The process is quite easy. So let's check one of them. So DevOps Project Manager. And if you access to this page, first of all, you can read about the process. So register online for your official certified DevOps Project Manager program. So this is the first step. And then second step is we send your exam access code instantly online. And then third, you take your exam at your home, office, and anywhere you want from your own PC. There is no observation and nothing. You don't need a fancy browser or computer, and you don't need a webcam or microphone, nothing. You just need a bare web browser, and then you answer your questions. And then at the first step, we will be delivering your certification program instantly as soon as you finish your exam. And here's how the certification looks like. There will be your name here. Instead of Jennifer, you will see your own name. There will be the date you finish your certification, and there will be a unique certification ID, which you can later validate on the certification validation tool. And here on this page, again, you can click the book cover and then order your book free of charge, give your email ID and name, and we'll be delivering the book in a second to your mailbox. And the process again, step 1, register your DevOps certification. Step 2, get your exam access code. And then step 3, pass your online test exam. And step 4, get your DevOps certification instantly online without losing any time. No bureaucracy, no sending, paper admission forms and then filling them with your hand and then, copy it and then fax it. There is no bureaucracy, no paperwork. It's a very simple and quick process. And this, by the way, this quickness and this great progress is basically what made International DevOps Academy. And you love this process. People love this process, and I'm sure you will be hopefully the next one who enjoy this process as well as our training content too. So I won't be repeating all this information in the next videos, but as this was the first video, I really wanted to share all this interesting information with you. And now I am coming back to today's original subject, what is DevOps, and the supplementary material to this presentation for today's. You just come to the Academy and then click your free DevOps training, and then you can also read this information as I explain you what DevOps is and isn't. As I briefly told you, DevOps isn't a kind of a software, a unique software tool, and you can't basically learn DevOps from software vendors because they have their agenda to sell their own software service rather than teaching you what DevOps is. So you first need to know that DevOps is a process. And as I said, we are one of the 2 DevOps certification and education providers in the world, which is worldwide valid and recognized. And we are number 1 in the world because of our flexibility, simple, quick and efficient process without any bureaucracy. And we provide all the training material completely free of charge, and therefore our programs are the best in the world, and this is why we have hundreds of thousands fans, followers and certificates around the world. So now I'm starting to cover today's material. What is DevOps? So DevOps is a process to develop, deliver and operate software. As simple as that, you shouldn't really underestimate understanding what DevOps really is. There are many DevOps definitions out there all over bookstore shelves and in internet, which are either self-serving or at best misleading and confusing. Some commercially driven definitions of DevOps tightly couple DevOps to some certain built-in delivery tools or cloud infrastructure platforms. Although these tools and platforms could be really helpful to accomplish your IT and organizational goals with DevOps, you can't really plug in yet another tool which you usually don't have much control over it because you haven't written it, or you can't migrate your software applications to cloud computing platforms and then announce that you and your organization now deliver with DevOps. As some old but little knowing saying goes, Ravens will thrive at this. Another misleading but still better variant to define DevOps is to see DevOps as an intersection of work and people in an IT organization which brings software developers, software testers, and software production operation engineers together. Having said that, once you reach to the end of this training and videos, you will see, and you can't help but really see that how dry all these definitions are. The best approach to define DevOps is to resemble DevOps in an iterative, agile software development and process improvement framework, such as Scrum, Ideal. So Ideal means initiate, define, establish, act and learn. It's a continuous process, continuous feedback cycle where you get a lot of feedback as you move forward and as you perfectionize your processes. Or you can also resemble it Six Sigma, define, measure, analyze, improvement and control process. And another informal definition, maybe you can see DevOps, most of you I think know what Scrum is, also from our programs and International Scrum Institute. I assume you know what Scrum is. You can see DevOps, in the end of the Scrum, after the end of the each sprint, the goal is, to deliver, shippable or ready product, ready product, which is, which you can ship. But DevOps brings us, one step further. You are not only deliver a shippable product, but you really ship it, in the end of the sprint. And there are even such companies like Netflix, Spotify, Facebook, and Amazon, and all these companies even make hundreds or thousands of micro production deployments every day. And this is how you can differentiate maybe DevOps from Scrum. And DevOps basically puts also far more emphasis on improvement itself, and DevOps basically doesn't dictate anything. It's not like a sprint must be 2 to 4 weeks, a team must be 5 to 9 people. In DevOps there are no such rigid rules which won't really help you. And I think this is also another problem in Scrum framework, because the definition of Scrum is too rigid, and this is why many people failed using Scrum. But DevOps basically frees you on all these boundaries. DevOps tells you, here is the basic philosophy, and then use your brain and use the skill set in your company, use the brains of your people itself who work together with you, and then implement your the best techniques, whatever works for you. So you can see maybe the DevOps as a superset of Scrum or other Agile frameworks, which is far more flexible, far more easy, and also far more productive as well. Because as I said, you are not delivering a shippable code which fits to a certain definition of done, but you basically ship the code. There is no better definition of done. You shipped it. It's working in production. Real customers are coming and using and getting the benefit of your service. There is no other no better definition of done. And in DevOps, you can think that definition of done is it's ready, but not only ready, it's also deployed. People are already using it. People are already walking in your servers and using your services, purchasing your products, or getting whatever service you offer them. And this is what really DevOps is, and this is why we believe that DevOps will be quite popular in some years, and DevOps will probably will be accepted, kind of a superset of today's most popular Agile frameworks. And as an early adopter of DevOps, if you can really invest your time on DevOps to learn and use it, and also to bring it to your team, I think you won't regret it. You will really love DevOps, and your company will take the benefit. And as early adopter, of course, you will have a lot of career advantages and promotions, pay raises, better jobs. And this is why as International DevOps Academy, we continuously receive good feedback from our people who basically got their DevOps education, trainings, and certification from us. And therefore, I really suggest you to learn DevOps. You don't have to buy anything from us. The material is completely free of charge, including all these videos. But take your time and learn DevOps. This is the good thing you can do for yourself and for your team and for your company, and also for yourself as well. Okay, having said that, many DevOps practices and principles have been derived from lean management after they have been adapted, experimented, validated, and fine-tuned for software development, delivery, and operations. And moreover, DevOps borrowed and adopted many techniques and philosophies from continuous delivery movement, Toyota Improvement Kata, Theory of Constraints, Agile Manifesto, and Agile Infrastructure. And here I will be giving a brief definition of all these concepts, so you have a better understanding what kind of ideas DevOps constitute behind it. But again, a summary: DevOps is not single tool. You can't really learn DevOps from Red Hat. You can't learn from DevOps from another operating system provider. You can't learn it from Amazon or Google Cloud Platform. You can learn DevOps from International DevOps Academy, which teaches DevOps. So here, lean movement. So lean movement can be summarized in 7 principles. Number 1, you see the whole and you create customer value with system thinking. 2, you build quality in. You create flow and pull instead of push. It's not like you tell people, do it, and then you give work and they do it. It's like everybody is waiting what they need to do next. and they basically pull the work and then do it. There is a continuous flow, and this is a very important concept in DevOps. You deliver as fast as possible. Short lead times to convert raw materials into finished products, or in software terms, to convert your ideas into running software, running benefits and features in production systems where your clients enjoy. You basically amplify, so number 4, you amplify learning and you embrace scientific thinking. This is very important. It's not like we have done DevOps and now we are sitting and reaping the benefits. It's not DevOps. You need to learn everything because you'll be breaking your systems every day once you come to a stable phase of implementation. And therefore, you should keep this open mind and learner mind and beginner set. Even though you may be 40 years of experience software engineer, you still keep on learning like best performers do. And DevOps basically emphasize that you have the system thinking, you observe, you monitor, you get all the metrics and telemetry. I will be explaining in later lessons what telemetry is. It's a very interesting concept as well. And by using all this information, you need to improve your system continuously. And number 6, you eliminate waste. So tools, systems, more importantly, your time you may spend for unproductive activities. You need to eliminate unproductive work. DevOps will help you with that. And 7, you decide as late as possible. So you give just-in-time decisions. Of course, you need to have a master plan. You need to principles. Under what circumstances you should give what kind of decisions. They're all fine. But in terms of giving the actionable decisions, you need to assess everything. You need to collect feedback. You need to see the situation, and then every moment you give the best decision. The prioritization. You need to do the priority. Must have the prioritization. Never forget this. In DevOps, the most important priority is prioritization. And every moment you decide what makes the most sense for my clients, for my team, and for my software, which is working in production. And another concept is continuous delivery movement, because DevOps also borrowed a number of ideas from continuous delivery movement. So continuous delivery movement basically enables you through building your deployment pipeline. And deployment pipeline will be also explained in detail in the next lessons. And development pipeline has 3 important missions, and they are like building visibility, feedback, and creating a continuous deployment environment for you. So visibility, what does it mean? You make all aspects of delivery system, including building, deploying, testing, and releasing, visible to every member of your team and other teams. So you promote collaboration in your team, and you offer transparency to your clients and stakeholders. You see how most companies are away from this visibility. People are hiding behind tickets and systems, and we need to compile our report to give you an idea where we are, and we are doing now our retrospective meeting, and on Monday I will mention you where we are. It's not like that. In DevOps, the systems are visible. There are reports, everyone is accessible, and they are built in time. While your builds are deployed to production, automated reports are generated, and everybody access and see them where you are. And it's quite advanced system. You will really love it. Feedback. You and your team members learn about problems as soon as they occur, so that you are able to quickly fix them before you put another brick onto an already collapsed brick. Continuous deployment. You deploy and release any version of software to any environment, including test and production environment, through a fully automated process. Here the automation is not only the test automation, but the deployment itself is fully automated, and this goes until production. In extreme example, a check-in from a developer goes through the continuous integration on a test platform where hundreds and thousands of test cases are run, and then as soon as the newly checked in code verified together with your new and existing automated test case, this goes to the production. And of course there are telemetry along all the way. If something goes wrong in test, in production, you observe them immediately, and you have your rollback mechanism to come back where you are. And there are also other techniques and architectural methods to minimize the risk of continuous deployments in production. And along these video lessons, we'll be also talking all of them. Another thing, Toyota Improvement Kata. So use Toyota Improvement Kata as a routine to move from the current situation to a new situation in a creative, directed, and meaningful way. It's based on 4-part model. Number 1, in your consideration of a greater vision or improved direction, you grasp the current conditions. Then you define a next target conditions. Ultimately, you continuously and iteratively attempt to move toward the target condition. Along this routine, you encounter obstacles that need to be worked on and you sort them out. In contrast to other improvement approaches that you attempted to predict the path and focus on implementation, with Toyota Improvement Kata, you learn and build on discovery that occurs along the way. You and your team use Toyota Improvement Kata to learn as you strive to reach a target condition, and you adapt based on what you are learning. So basically, Toyota Improvement Kata again emphasizes open-mindedness, continuous learning process, continuous feedback process that you get from people and systems, and you adapt your work and systems based on all this feedback you are collecting. It's also Toyota Improvement Kata is a very important very important stone of DevOps itself. And theory of constraints. In an organization, including yours, which delivers any kind of software, there is always ongoing conflict between your IT and your business. I'm sure you are familiar about this. Quickly responding business needs, whereas still ensuring stable and production environments is a continuous trade-off faced by your IT. Assuming that you're already fully aware that there isn't no risk production release. In a complex system like yours, you can't be quick enough if you want to ensure a low-risk production environment. And you can't ensure a low-risk release if you want to quickly release your code to your production systems. This is a very big dilemma. You cope with this conflict when you divide your IT organization into many small, autonomous, independent, self-sufficient, and highly collaborative teams. You should start to see your team as intelligent units with missions. You reduce your batch size, the size of your work in progress, given to each team. So the batch size must be small, but they have to work very quickly on this. You reduce your lead time. So lead time is basically time where the requirement comes and when the product goes to production. You reduce your lead time required to convert ideas and requirements into running benefits and features in production system. You build faster, reliable, continuous feedback loops to ensure readiness for deployment. So theory of constraint basically summarizes, the dilemma between, the continuous maybe, so-called fight between development and operation teams, because developers are usually under constant pressure to develop as quick as they can, and operation people make sure that the production systems remain stable, because if they break the production systems, they will be, accountable for it. But theory of constraints, bring the idea that instead of making them in constant fights, make them work together in the same mission. If you want to develop fast, if you want to deliver fast, this is what business needs, and as IT people, we have to comply with these requirements. Then rather than causing this fight between developers and operations people, bring them together, make them work together, and therefore operations people will be covering their risks better, and developer people also can be delivering quicker. And this is basically why DevOps, why we say DevOps, development and operations hand in hand, working together towards the same goal: deliver as quick as possible, deliver as high quality as possible, and bring them as a whole team together, so the company delivers its goals and its mission as good as it can. And another cornerstone of DevOps is Agile Manifesto. I'm sure you're already familiar with this. With DevOps, we adhere to the Agile Manifesto. So Agile Manifesto says, we respect individuals and interactions over processes and tools, very important. We respect working software or comprehensive documentation, very great idea. We respect customer collaboration over contract terms and negotiation. We respect responding to change or following a strict plan. And Agile infrastructure. Agile infrastructure is, by the way, most people also mix Agile infrastructure with DevOps. Agile infrastructure doesn't mean DevOps, as I said maybe 5 times today. Your infrastructure to build and deliver software is not DevOps, but Agile infrastructure is Agile infrastructure, and DevOps is the whole process, whole philosophy, whole, the underlying, the system, which, makes your requirements into running pieces of software in your production systems. But we have to cover still what Agile infrastructure is, because it's an important, piece of DevOps. Our organizations, large and small, including probably yours, are relying on hybrid cloud infrastructures, combining public and private cloud with dedicated servers. Therefore, you collect the rewards of co-location, security in combination with flexibility and scalability of public cloud. Here are some of major drivers why an Agile infrastructure is beneficial for DevOps. This is, again, you can see it, what kind of benefits a cloud platform and on-demand services, servers and networks offer us. We pay what we use with transparent and simple pricing, usually. We can quickly provision or deprovision our test production environments from our code base, which is also known as IAC, Infrastructure as Code. We have architectural flexibility. We can easily expand our geographies. We can probably have better security in cloud platforms. We hope so. They offer us good security. And we stay compliant without audits and additional costs by assuming that our cloud providers, infrastructure as a service providers, or Agile infrastructure, or so-called infrastructure or code providers offer us good security. In conclusion, so in this video, basically, I explained to you what DevOps is and what it isn't. And for you, we have also covered the major movements and principles which DevOps was derived from. So here a small warning. Like many Agile practitioners have been unfortunately doing in their Agile practices since years, you shouldn't stick to any stone-grained definitions of DevOps or DevOps practices or suggestions to dictate how your particular organization, product, service, and most importantly, your teams should use DevOps. So you should adopt DevOps. Again, I taught you in the very beginning, DevOps is a flexible platform where you need to, learn the principles and philosophies and ideas and then adapt them, on your own practices. This is very important. And there is no one-size-fits-all solution. If Amazon or Reddit or Google or any other company tells you, this is the solution, it will save the world, it will change our world, this is a lie. I even can't tell you this as a DevOps expert, which I spend my years learning and understanding and helping companies to implement their DevOps and digitalization transformations. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. It's all about starting from somewhere, learning along the way, and then implementing it as best as you can. This is what really DevOps is. So therefore, I'm repeating it again, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Neither in Agile, neither in Scrum, nor in Six Sigma, nor in DevOps as well. And never forget that it's all about learning, experimentation, and adaptation. As DevOps will do a lot of good work for us, it's our role and biggest duty as human mindsets to identify our correct version and tone on DevOps. It's your duty, it's our duty to find how we adapt and use DevOps. And this is what each and every successful DevOps organization, including big ones such as Google by itself as a search engine, an advertisement platform, Amazon as an e-commerce platform, and Facebook as this largest social media, and Netflix and Apple. These companies have been using DevOps since years. They've been doing continuous production and deployments many times every day, and therefore we should be mimicking their advices on our systems and on our components, and we should be getting the best benefits of all these proven techniques, and International DevOps Academy will help you. Again, I'm repeating, if you want to learn more, come to our homepage. I'm just showing it on my screen now. Come to the book, free DevOps book, or free DevOps premium, your free premium DevOps training. Feel free to bookmark these pages on your web browser, including the page where you will see this video. Feel free to share them with your friends. They will be helping them, of course. And if you need any DevOps certification, just click the register link on the top right corner on our homepage. Here we offer 12 DevOps certification programs. They are quite affordable, worldwide valid, lifetime valid, no bureaucracy, fully on time. We provide, money back guarantee and exam pass guarantee. In case you may fail your exam, we will free of charge and immediately reactivate your exam access code, and you can take your exam once again whenever you want to. Prices are, again, as I say, very affordable. Here there is a simple registration form. You fill it and you send it, and then you do your payment either via credit card or PayPal, and then you'll be getting your exam access code immediately, and then you'll be doing your exam by clicking the access link on the top right corner of our homepage, and then you access your exam and you answer your multiple choice questions, and then you will receive your score and certification document as quick as you can. So having said all of this, I really made a lot of fun with this video, and yeah, I will be keep on coming and sharing a lot of interesting and useful information with you as we move forward. And I'm also waiting for your feedback. You can also share this with Jenny Evans, our operations lead, or you can also type me directly, because I will be informing you about this video from my own email address. But I will be checking emails. If you mention that, please talk to Erkan Suçular, please, forward this Erkan Suçular in any communication you do with International DevOps Academy or from our schools. I'll make sure I will personally read and reply this email, and will be helping you along all the way. And I really wish good luck for you in your DevOps journey. It's not about you work mandatorily with us. I will be happy if you learn, one thing from us. Then I will call myself successful and happy, because then I will count myself that I reach our mission as DevOps Academy. And I wish you have a great day. And here I am saying you goodbye from Switzerland. It's a very dull day, very gray. It's a very foggy outside, but still, I think I try to keep my good mood and momentum to share as much as I can. And hopefully see you in the next video, and I wish you a great day. Bye-bye. Take care.